And that leads me to our featured story of the night. Get it? And now it's time for us to dive into a little bit of, well, it's Flash, but it's not Flash. It's Andy Muschietti. I want to talk about Andy Muschietti for a second because the director of The Flash, because of how well they're saying it was done together, coordinated, shot, put together. They love the way he directed that movie, so they're going to give him the new Batman movie, and that's going to move forward now. He's been signed on to direct the Batman, and it's like Brave and the Bold, and that's the guy that's doing it. And they've been going back and forth who's going to direct it. At one time, they were saying Ben Affleck, maybe he would do it, but Andy Muschietti's taken over, and he has a team with his sister. His sister and him are going to take over and make this movie happen. And like, if you watch the movie, like, he's fucking a great director.
Sister?
It's his sister. It's his sister.
That
yeah,
was his wife. That's amazing.
I know it's his sister. It's a brother-sister combo, and he just loves comic book movies.
And Chris, by the way.
He loves comic book movies. Shout out to Chris and TJ. He loves comic book movies, and the thing is, like, for him, it's a huge step forward in his career because, again, with the Flash movie, there's so much controversy. Like we're talking about tonight, so much controversy in a lot of these things we're talking about. You know, Muschietti said that if he has another one, he wants Ezra Miller back, but we don't even know if Ezra will come back. Like, they are kind of in the back burner right now. We have no idea, but Muschietti is going to do the Brave and the Bold. We don't know who's going to be in this. If you've seen the new Flash movie, let's do spoiler alert. They left it off with George Clooney being Batman. So could it be George Clooney being the old Batman, the new Robin? Who knows? But he's going to develop this, and he's also right now working for HBO Max right now, or Max. He's doing the whole, spin-off of It right now called Welcome to Dreary. That's what he's doing right now. He's developing that. So he has signed a whole new deal with Warner Brothers where he's going to do TV and movies. So him and his sister have a huge deal because The Flash, they love what he did with that so much. And if you see the movie, like, he fucking killed it. He killed the movie. He's a great director. There's a lot of controversy for that movie, but he's a great director. And of course, he did the It movie before. And so because he did that, that's how he got Flash. So him doing Welcome to Dreary makes sense because now he's going to direct the series based off that too. And now, if you see the movie, like, we didn't see the movie, and he kills fucking directing Batman. Like, he figured out Batman. That's what I will say. Like, he is a great Batman director. If you see, doesn't matter who it is. If it's George Clooney at the end, if it's Ben Affleck in the beginning, if it's Michael Keaton in the middle, he knows how to direct Batman. He gets it. He's a great visionary, regardless of the drama, but that drama will come into this conversation too. Of course it has to. He's great. I think he's great. And what happens moving forward will be a big question. But Muschietti and his sister are directing the new Batman movie for WB. That is happening. Sabrina, do you think that's a good choice? And do you think that he's a fucking good director?
I kind of wanted you to go to Rachel first because I know she's very angry about The Flash. However,
right, let's go to Rachel then first.
No, wait.
I feel like I'm gonna underperform now because, like, I think everyone else in that movie should have not. Like, I feel really bad for everyone else involved in that movie because one asshole fucked it up for everybody.
Fucked it all.
So if this guy did a really good job directing it, and his sister, yeah, let them go do other stuff. Good for them. I'm glad this didn't drag them down too badly because everybody else in this movie worked hard. They did what they had to do. It was one fucking asshole that came in and fucked it all up.
And that's what happens.
I don't think everyone else should be punished. So while I'm not going to go see that movie in theaters because I don't want to support Ezra, I do feel like the rest of the team deserves, they deserve their credit where credit is due. You can't help it if your co-star is a fucking asshole. Like, it's not their fault.
It's a problem. Like, as you probably know, like, Sean and I have been talking about this a lot in the show because we both love Michael Keaton. Mm-hmm. And that's where I've been so torn on seeing this movie, but I fucking was so excited to see Michael Keaton back in that bat suit. Mm-hmm. And we saw it. And honestly, Muschietti's so good at directing this.
Was all the Keaton in the trailers like I thought?
He's not even close. This might as well be Michael Keaton and Flash together. Like, there's a lot of Keaton. The first hour is a lot of setup, like old DC universe, and then it gets into the whole Michael Keaton world. And the second the second half, more than the second half, is a lot of Keaton. There's a lot of Keaton. And I don't want to do much spoilers. We're doing an open spoiler on Wednesday with Sean because he fucking wants to talk about this too. But like it's still very early. It just came out. But Keaton's awesome in this. Muschietti's direction, like I will tell you, his direction in this movie is really good. It was like one of my favorite like directions for an actual DC movie or any kind of like Marvel or superhero movie. Like the direction's great. The way he does it. It's very smart. It's very thought out. Him and his sister are a good team.
I mean, he didn't kidnap and abuse anybody, so good. Give him work. Like
Rachel.
Ezra's the only one I have issues with.
I know, but he's 30 years old. He's 30 years old. He's a baby. He fucked up. He made mistakes.
I'm 30. I know not to do that shit. Don't infantilize him.
Some people don't know not to do that shit, and he didn't.
It seems pretty basic to not kidnap people.
I mean, first of all, he did not kidnap that girl. She still is 100% against pressing charges against him, period. Her parents are the one who pressed charges against him because they didn't want their child, who, by the way, was 16 years old. I was fucking
That's
at 16.
still a minor. Like,
it doesn't matter. I was fucking at 16.
Years old. I know better to not fuck around.
Were you fucking at 16?
Yeah, but I know better as a 30-year-old to not fuck a 16-year-old.
He's 30 now. Well, at that time, he was not 30.
If you're over 18, you should know better to not fuck a 16-year-old. That's my only opinion here.
That's like, when I was. I mean,
tell all my friends that in high school.
When I was 16, I made my own decision to sleep with someone.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I was
also
19,
on the responsibility of the older person. If you're
no, it's not.
Absolutely.
It's not.
If I were to
if the older person is a million years old, yes, of course. But like if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're old enough to like make the choice to be in a relationship with somebody, what business
do you have talking to a 16-year-old if you're over 19?
They also the relationship you're talking about, by the way, they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. They were very close friends. Their parents put a restraint. She admitted and he admitted to sleeping with her, I think once, maybe twice.
I didn't know that was even true. I know they slept together.
I'm fairly certain that she admitted, or he admitted, one of them admitted that you're talking about
they're platonic.
The Native American girl, right?
Yeah, I thought they were platonic. I thought they were platonic.
No, I think they were, but then I think there was a breach. There was a breach.
The big problem is it's like the next profit thing, Sabrina.
The thing is, when I was 16, I was fucking another 16-year-old. I wasn't fucking a whole ass adult.
That happens though. It does happen. I grew up in Michigan. There was a lot of like I mean honestly, I was like I can't even tell you how many like 22-year-olds were coming to like
in my grade was
junior
2 years
prom
older than me, and then anyone else was way older than me. So
not
like
great.
When I was a senior, I was 16. So anyone that I was engaging with anything like was way older than me, but I was a senior in high school and my age was just
like
young.
2 or 3 years is fine, but like 5, like when you're 16 and they're
I was a freshman in college at 16, and there was a point where I was dating a very much older man, but like your life experience is different at different times in your life depending on what you go through.
Anyway though,
what are you doing?
the question is about Batman and Muschietti. Do you think that this is a whole conversation is all part of it, especially with Ezra Miller? But do you think that Ezra Miller?
I think it's 18 GR.
It depends on the state. It depends on the state. 15
in Michigan. The question is though,
that's really young.
Did you say 15?
Okay.
15 in Michigan.
Then why are we having this conversation?
But what do you think?
You grew up in Michigan, Brian.
I did grow up in Michigan, and I know that's why I know the law. That's why I know the law. But that's what I'm asking about Muschietti. Muschietti's coming to do bad or doing the Batman movie. What do we think? Do we think that he should be like sanctioned because of this? He's like pushing for Ezra to come back.
I mean,
but he's still pushing for Ezra to come back.
GR says 16 in California.
It's 18 in California. It's 18 in California.
GR, give me a Google.
And Nevada has a sweetheart law where it's 16 to 21. So if you're over 16, you can sleep with someone up to the age of 21. It's a weird law.
I actually kind of like that law, I guess.
I think it's fine. And then if you're over 18, you can fuck anybody.
I don't know. Honestly, this is all makes my head want to explode. But like at the same time, like I feel like if you're 13, you cannot consent to having sex with anyone.
No.
But if you're 16, like I was 16, I was a senior in high school. I went to college when I was 16.
Right.
I can consent. I'm living out of my house and fucking, you know, in a different state. I can fuck someone if I fucking want to. Like there's a weird disconnect
it's
between
the power
age
dynamic.
And reality.
It's the power dynamic, though. If a 30-year-old fucking a 16-year-old,
he's 30 now. He wasn't 30 then.
This is not about having sex. This conversation is about movies. It's about movies.
No,
and television. It's about movies and television.
That's what her hang up is on Ezra Miller, and I'm trying to fix that.
And didn't he like physically assault people?
No, yes, but not
all
her.
That. But my question is,
no, not her, but just in general.
Like he into a house in Hawaii and like stole some booze because he just was fucked up. He just had a fucked up.
He threatened to kill a couple too. That's a whole thing.
He threatened to kill people.
Thank you, Brian. That's super helpful.
It's not helpful, but that's what happened.
No, that's the facts. That's the facts.
The point is he was fucked up and fucking fucked up in the fucking brain, and he was having a really hard time with fucking life. Which
so maybe he can have a Robert Downey Jr. And in 10 years he can have his career back if he goes and gets some fucking help.
He's so young. He's so young.
He's
not that young.
Now he's 30. Now he's 30, and he's already done all of these things, right? So like it's been. No, I think I just Googled it and he's fucking 30. Oh my God, you're ruining my life. He's 30 years old. 5 hours ago, he's 30.
He's 5 hours ago, he's 30.
But still, even like 28, if he did this 2 years ago, that's not that young.
Okay, it was not 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago when they got the restraining order against him. Their relationship spanned over years. Rachel, just listen to me for 2 seconds. Okay? You too, Brian. Shut the fuck up and listen. He is a tortured fucking soul who has fucking problems. As a tortured soul who has fucking problems, thank God I never touched anyone or did anything fucking weird or threatened to kill anyone. However, I have problems. People have problems. People don't know how to deal with their fucking shit, with their fucking life, with whatever the fuck is going on, which is why I love Ted Lasso so much, because it brings a fucking light on mental fucking health. No one in America is not suffering from a mental health issue. It doesn't have to be 20. It doesn't have to be 50. Everyone is suffering from one fucking mental health issue. And this kid got fucking, I don't know if it was him getting famous, too young, too quick, or just not knowing, or just going on a drug and alcohol binge. I don't know. But he fucked up, and he fucked up hard, and I don't appreciate any of it, and I don't accept any of it, and I don't think that it should all be okay. However, he has been in treatment. He hasn't fucking done or said shit in a long fucking time. They didn't even give him a platform to do a premiere speech and talk. And everyone who worked on that film said that he has done nothing but try to atone for the bullshit that he's gone through and the bullshit. I mean, I don't mean that he's gone through, that he's put other people through. And he has 120,000% agreed to take the back seat and let them tell him what to do, which as a human, I don't agree with. But as a human in this situation, I guess it's the right thing to fucking do. But he has been seeking help, and he's been going and getting that help. So for you to sit here and hypocritically be like, it's cool. Oh my God, you need to go get help for what you did. This motherfucker went and got help. He's getting help, and he's doing the right fucking thing. Yeah, no, it is public. He went from doing all this weird shit to not being in the news all the time. And the reason why he wasn't in the news all the time is because he was getting fucking help. Okay?
I'm a big believer in second chances. If he shows that he's changed, awesome. Like we gave all sorts of shitty people second chances because they showed that they had reformed. I'm fine with that.
Everyone who worked on that show said that he was nothing but professional on set. He was timely. He did what he had to do.
Said the same thing.
He was a fucking brilliant, like someone that was under your tutelage. Like he was chomping at the bit to get in there and do his fucking job. And I saw the movie last night. He did a fucking amazing job, and I am all for it. I think everyone should go see this movie. He's fucking amazing.
I'm gonna say right now, that's what's good. Like on set, that's one thing. That's what comes down to. Like how you treat your professionalism on set goes a long way. I will always say that it goes a long way. And they made $9.7 million opening night. That's not bad. Pretty much the same as Fast and the Furious opening night. It's not a bad opening. We'll find out how it goes. We're gonna say by 8.
It was a better opening.
Maybe?
It was a better opening than Birds of Prey. It was a better opening than Suicide Squad 2. It was a better opening than
Green Lantern.
Watchmen.
There's a lot of things that beat.
Birds of Prey deserved more. That was
it did deserve more.
I agree.
It did deserve
I think
more.
it was because it had a female-led cast. It just didn't.
And Muschietti, honestly, like if you watch this movie, if you do go to theaters or wait till it comes to HBO Max or comes to Max, like his direction makes sense why he got this deal. He got a huge deal.
He was amazing.
He's got a first picture deal. That's what they do sometimes with Warner Brothers, and that's why he's doing The Brave and the Bold, because he really nailed it. The direction's great in this. Nick Cage pops in this shit. He's fucking great. I mean, even George Clooney at the end is fucking funny as shit. And I feel bad that all this drama, always a treat. Rachel, there's a funny moment, like he's fighting a fucking spider in this shit. And there was a whole thing like in the past that Kevin Spacey was talking about, how he was supposed to write the Superman Lives script. And the producer was like, I want a giant spider in it. And he's like, I'm not gonna put a fucking giant spider in this. And then that producer, that same producer made Wild Wild West afterwards, which had a giant spider in it. So he fucking left and made a different movie with a giant spider. So so Muschietti literally put a Nick Cage fighting a giant spider in this shit to fucking make fun of that whole situation. I'm just saying. And that's some geek shit right there. That's what that was.
I had no idea.
Hilarious though. Hilarious. But yes, Ezra Miller, like, a lot happened with their career and the fact that where they're at, where they are, you know, and maybe they can come back. Maybe they can come back. It's fine. Maybe they can come back. I have a hard time with that shit all the time. Maybe they can come back and maybe it'll be fine.
Have I been misgendering Ezra this whole time?
It's they.
I
fuck it up every time. I'm so
Ezra
sorry,
is they now.
Ezra.
But Ezra was he for a long time. Even the other shit. But recently,
I can disagree with someone's actions and properly gender them, so I apologize.
It's fine.
It's just you know what? For 43 years, I'm 43 years old. For 43 years, in my brain, I have been conjugating verbs in a certain way. And like now, it's really hard to not do that. There's no disrespect, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
but like
there's no disrespect in this show when it comes to that.
Honestly, it is so hard. I'm deeply into the community, and I still struggle with it sometimes.
Yeah, there's no disrespect that way. We love the community. We're fucking fans. They're friends of the show. We're friends of their show. You know, but like Ezra has gone through a lot, and
show.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we are. You know, but I feel bad for. I mean, it's the same way I feel like. Even though I know the shit that went down was not right, same shit as fucking Kevin Spacey. I know it wasn't right, but a part of me still feels bad.
No, it's not the same shit as Kevin Spacey.
No. Here, can I finish my thought? Can I finish my thought for a second?
You didn't let me finish my thought.
I feel bad because I get that maybe in his own world, honestly, in our world is different than his world, apparently. But maybe he wasn't comfortable being that way. The same way Ezra has dealing with some conflicting shit in their mind. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to. It's hard to know what people are going through. It's hard.
Illness,
I do not agree. I do not agree upon what Kevin Spacey did. I do not agree upon it.
We're not putting this on the gay community. Like, I appreciate that people can be conflicted, and mental illness is a big part of dealing with that.
But mental illness is not like, I don't think it had anything. I don't think Ezra's association or pronouns had anything to do
Ezra thought
with his
that
behavior.
they were the next prophet, which is a different world.
I just think he was having
psychosis.
Mental health.
That's
mental health. That's exactly my point.
They were saying they were the next big prophet, and that's what that girl was involved with. That she was involved in their cult.
Also, it was like, I'm still super great friends with him, and everything's fine. And my parents are psycho. And when I was 16, I was in college, so I would have been like, "Fuck you, mom. This is my homie. I don't care."
Right, but like years later, you realize that those older men.
I mean, right now
really
she's still cool with him.
Good faith.
And he's not that much older.
I know, but Rachel, you're not going to see this movie in theaters. You'll probably wait for Max. Probably, I'm guessing.
To be fair, I don't see a lot of movies in theaters.
Rachel, this movie was amazing.
It was great in theaters.
I haven't even seen Spider-Verse yet. I'll go see Spider-Verse before I see this.
Way better.
Yeah, see Spider-Verse first. But do you think that Ezra will have a chance to have a career again after all of this? Yeah.
Probably.
Do you think that
again? It goes not to bring it back to the Kevin Spacey of it all, because again, the crimes are not equal. But again, the whole LGBTQ of it all kind of makes it less so that he might have a bigger career comeback, but I do think that he would have a career comeback.
Yeah, I feel like that Ezra will make it happen.
If he's seeking help, if he's medicated, because if you're thinking you're a prophet, you have some sort of bipolar or psychosis or something. Issue. Exactly. But if he's medicated for it and he's seeking help, sure, let him come back. Let him do his fucking thing. But he
Rachel,
needs to take the steps to properly deal with his mental health.
That's all I'm saying.
Rachel, do you think that Muschietti should be fucking sanctioned because of all this, or do you think that he should have a chance to?
What do you mean?
He didn't do anything.
No.
Yeah, do you think that it's good that he got this deal? Because people might get mad at him, you know?
He didn't do anything. He's just the director. Let him have his fucking career.
He's so good in this.
Baby goat.
He looks like a baby goat.
He looks like Baby Goat from Saturday Night Live, Jim Brewer. He looks like Jim Brewer in the Baby Goat years.
I am missing this reference. I don't know. I know
you're 12.
I just
Jim Brewer mixed with Michael Shannon. But if you watch,
Michael Shannon, Jim Brewer.
Without going into spoilers, if you watch this movie, I think that he freaking nailed it directing wise. He got the superhero vibe. He got how you're supposed to shoot superheroes. You're supposed to fucking hold them. Even Ben Affleck said,
and even directors, if directors fuck up, like again, I believe there's a second act for nearly anything. If you murder or rape people, go fuck off. Go fuck yourself forever. But anything else,
like this,
you can kind of high five.
Yep.
Find your way.
You can kind of recover from it, and I do believe that there's a second chance for everybody. So even James Gunn, he did some fucked up things, and he had a recovery. So,
but his were only tweets, though. You know what I mean? So it wasn't
and they were also like weird, off-putting joke tweets. Like,
weird fucking tweets.
Don't make me seem like I'm like fucking.
I love James Gunn.
Don't make me seem like I'm defending assholes like tonight. I've had enough of this. However. Like
I'm just saying, you can come back from shit. That's what tonight's episode is about. You can come back.
Fucking person, and he deserves a chance to get his things. He deserves to get his head right and come back. He honestly, I watched that CW Barry Allen fucking Flash bullshit. I want to kill myself. It's fucking horrible. It's horrible.
Grant's all right.
I don't care. I'm not saying he's not okay. The show is abysmal. The show itself is, basically, if I was going to die in a torture chamber, they would probably play that. And then like Stargirl and then Titans. Like just a bunch of shit.
What I would like from Ezra Miller is to make a very public statement about recovery.
He will.
That's what I would like.
I think they need to.
He did. No, he did back then and said he was focusing on his mental. It wasn't very public.
That was a very
statement.
In the wake of coming out,
they need to go forward and put something more like substantial. I think.
Okay, yes, I agree. I'm just saying there was a statement put out on his behalf. I don't think he made it.
Their run was hilarious, by the way.
What?
But I would like them to be more public about their recovery.
I agree.
Because when your crimes are so public, when your misgivings are so public, you need to make a very public recovery. That's all.
I agree.
If they are more public about it, then I think more people would be willing to give grace.
No, I mean, Rachel, I super agree with you. However, my point is that he did do a slight.
What are you doing?
That was Ezra's run.
That's his run.
Ezra's run during the show. Was like this.
That's John Travolta
like,
his hair back.
It's like ballet.
Like this.
It's ballet, Grease, and like fucking Go Fuck Yourself, all rolled into one thing.
They would start like this, and then they'd be
he would do this, right? And then it was like
they would do this,
and it was like
I can't
sexy, when but also weird. And then
when you see the stance, you know.
But okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna give it to you, right? X gonna give it to you. Okay, the leg was like this, right? Okay, ready? It was up like this, right? And this
it was so high.
That's
he just paused here. He would pause there for like 5 minutes. He'd be like, I'm just gonna pause. And then like when shit would happen, he'd be like, and then the shit would just
one of the best cold opens ever.
Lightning hitting his sneakers. I said sneakings.
One of the best cold opens for a Marvel movie. DC.
That's silly. But yeah, I think as long as I think the recovery should be public, and then they would be able to make a more public recovery for their career.
Yeah. Even during that, they didn't say much.
I agree. I agree in that in what you're saying. However, they did make a statement. It was just not super like publicized crazy statement, as was this super publicized crazy shit that was going on.
Right.
And then there was a moment of silence for a very long time.
But Muschietti's so fucking good directing this.
Oh, he keeps trying to bring it back to this. Okay, let's bring it back to Muschietti. Muschietti was amazing.
He so fucking good.
Baby Goat was amazing. He did a Baby Goat great job. He baby goated all of it. He was amazing. I loved it. His actually, honestly,
I'm excited about Batman with him. Him doing Batman after I saw how Muschietti shot Batman. He loves Batman. You can tell that like, the way that he shot Keaton, the way he shot this is the best Batfleck I've seen. It's the best Batfleck I've seen. And I'm like,
Batfleck has always been great. You're being super like.
No, even Ben Affleck said that. He said this is the best I've been as Batman. He said that in an interview.
Was Batman there?
No, of course not. He's not part of this universe.
We had Batfleck, we had Bat Keaton, we had Bat Clooney. Did
he have the bat nipples?
No, thank God. He was just Bruce Wayne. Just
Why are you thanking God for that? No, bat nipples were part of our culture.
No, I hated it. I don't ever want to see it again. I'm
like,
take your rubber hose fittings and put them elsewhere, please, and thank you.
When they showed the last scene of the movie, spoiler, we already talked about, but the last scene of the movie, they had during CinemaCon and everything else, they just showed like the door opening. When you watch the movie, you see there's like there's like someone on the phone. He's answering the phone. He's like, "Hey, Bruce, what's going on?" And you hear a voice. You can't really tell who it is. A car pulls up, same car from the beginning. You think it's Ben Affleck. The door opens. You go see his face. See some guy on the car. He walks up. So during CinemaCon, they showed all that, and then they cut back to his face, and then they cut. So they did not show that it was George Clooney during the actual any kind of early screening.
So it was like The Rock in FF10.
Yes, 100%. That same thing. And they cut out that whole
like, it's The Rock, and
drink.
I'm like,
PSP says drink. We're drinking. But on this, that at the very end, there was that one sequence at the very end. They left it out, but on the theatrical release, they showed that one sequence where it was actually Clooney. And apparently, they shot a whole thing. This is what they shot: Keaton with Supergirl, with Henry Cavill, and with Barry. They shot a whole end sequence. They cut.
Why is everyone so nuts about her? She was just like an emo Supergirl who had like 4 lines.
Like,
I don't really
look, man. We get no representation for female superheroes. We take the crumbs.
Okay, I'm a female too. Like I don't want that being my representation.
No, I want better, but like I'll take what I can fucking get.
I give her 30 minutes.
No, I will not take what I can get. I will not take what I can get. I'd prefer to have good representation than fucking shit representation.
Which would be great, but who else do we have? Fucking Captain Marvel and
she can
Wonder
fuck
Woman?
herself. That
they
suck.
Gal Gadot and Brie Larson fucking suck.
Yeah, how dare
Rachel, you want some more spoilers? I'm gonna tell you the worst part of this movie.
Wonder Woman sucks.
Well, I'm gonna tell you who I feel bad for this movie is Henry Cavill.
Really good. Oh, he got so fucked right
now. Everybody but Henry Cavill got their day in the sun today. I mean, I'm excited about seeing new Batman
and his sister can do whatever they want. I love sibling director pairs. I think that's really fun.
Honestly, for them, I'm really excited about them because this movie, God, it's so good. I mean, like the direction of it, so good. And I understand. Really it makes me upset again, like you said, Rachel. It's like one person shouldn't fuck a whole movie, but it will. Right. Because right now, looking at 80 million opening weekend, where if this didn't happen, it probably would have been 200 million opening weekend, you know? And right now they're getting 80 million.
Look at the DC interface starting shit. Relax.
This could have made a lot more than it will. It could have made a lot more than it will.
I mean, DC movies generally don't make as much money as Marvel movies, so
it's true. But I think they would have made more.
They usually kind of suck. DC movies usually kind of suck, and that's just something we need to come to terms with.
Just think about it. There's so many people rebelling against this movie because of Ezra Miller. There's a lot of people rebelling against it that will not go see in theaters. And that's a problem, you know, for the studio. For the studio, it's a problem. And so business-wise, I think if Ezra didn't...
You know what people would have seen in the theaters? Batgirl.
They would have.
No one would have
But
seen
they
that.
scrapped that.
They would not have seen that.
I think
Brendan Fraser,
No,
friend
they
of the show,
wouldn't.
was then supposed to be part of
Brendan
that.
Fraser and Keaton. Keaton and Fraser were in it. I was in it.
Keaton, by the
Keaton.
way, I have not had a chance to say this, was fucking amazing.
It's great.
He was
Fucking
That's
amazing.
because Keaton's amazing at everything. That man's a
He's
fucking
a national
professional.
treasure.
He's a fucking legend. Friend of the show.